Turning Red is the newest film from Disney and Pixar and is directed by Dome Shi. I am so sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. It stars Rosalie Chang as Mei Lin Lee, a 13-year-old Chinese-Canadian girl who suddenly transforms into a huge red panda whenever she experiences any strong emotion, such as excitement or anxiety. And this is because of her ancestors' associated mystic connection with red pandas. And it also causes her hair to change from black to red. Also stars Sandra Oh as May's emotionally abusive, strict, and very, very overprotective mother. And I have to say, I hope that's what, from what I've heard, if you live anywhere near from what I've heard, this movie, I believe it is getting a limited theatrical release. The only theater that I know that it is going to be playing in is the El Capitan Theater in LA. Yeah, it's getting a 1 week limited theatrical engagement there, just so it could qualify for the Oscars. And unfortunately for me, I live in Georgia. As you can see by my hat, I live in the Atlanta area. Or right outside of Atlanta, actually. I live nowhere near this theater. I had no way of getting to that theater so I could see Turning Red there. I really wish I did have a way of getting to that theater so I could see Turning Red there. Because this movie is absolutely delightful. I went on for at least a good 5 minutes after the movie ended. It says, I just want to freaking rant about Disney's decision to do that. This movie is the level of quality that this movie is the kind of quality that when a film is well marketed will make stupid money at the box office. And people are willing to go and see. People are ready to go and see movies in theaters. Now, I understand Disney's concern with the Omicron variant, because this is a children's film, and getting COVID-19 vaccines to children, that has taken longer than it probably should have. Probably too long for Disney to feel comfortable with the just putting something like this out in the theaters. I just don't know Disney's thinking with this. I just don't know what their thinking has been with Pixar movie with the Pixar movie. I just don't know what they are thinking right now. Now, Soul, I understand 2020 children there was children were not authorized to get the COVID-19 vaccines yet when that movie came out. So I understand why they just decided to take the loss and put on Disney Plus. But I seriously, if Pixar's putting out films that are this good, I seriously do not want Disney to do this. I seriously hope that they do not do this with Lightyear. Lightyear, I am so looking forward to. In fact, I'm actually now rewatching the Toy Story movies just because of Lightyear. I rewatched the first one earlier today. That movie still holds up, and I can't wait to watch the rest of them again. Because I'm super excited about Lightyear. And I think that's it. I just feel like Turning Red could have made a lot of money in theaters. And one reason why I like this movie is because I felt like I saw a little bit of me in the main character, May. And I was able to figure out what she was going through, and I get why she ends up so stressed out about it. I also get where the mother is coming from. Of course, all good parents want what is best for their children. They want their children to succeed, and they're going to do everything that they can to make sure that they succeed. But one thought that came to my mind while I was watching this movie was parents still gotta let their kids make their own decisions. Because a parent can't cannot keep controlling what their child does. They gotta let their child make their own decisions. If things don't work out, then they just don't work. They weren't meant to work out. So parents can't keep making decisions for their children. They got to realize that the children will actually be able to make their own decisions. And that's what May is trying to do. She's thinking, she's given a choice, should I get rid of a disability to turn into a panda? Because when she turns into the panda, she is herself. She is like a regular kid. And also, there's another subplot in the film where she wants to go to this big concert. She wants to see her favorite music act, and I was the same. I wound up in like the same kind of situation when I was 13. Because I remember when I was 13, I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. And I remember back in 2002 when I was, actually 2003, just a few months before I turned 14, Bruce was actually, he was actually making a stop at where I grew up. And I'm so glad that my dad was able to get tickets to take both my sister and me. I'm so glad that he was able to, that he did that. And it actually it actually makes me question like the parenting of May's mother by not letting her go to that concert that she wants to go to. And May's trying to tell her mom that this is who she is. And sometimes with the kids, with their children, parents just have to accept. With their children, parents just have to accept that the way their children are is just who they are. Also, this is a Pixar movie, so I got to talk about the animation. Actually, do I really have to talk about the animation? Because you know what I'm going to say about it. It's gorgeous. It was. I was blown away the whole time. I seriously was. This is one of the most beautifully animated films I've ever seen. I would have paid to see. Well, actually, I would not have had to pay to see this in theaters because I could have gone to an AMC and used my A-list account. So even if I didn't have it, but even if A-list didn't exist, I still would have paid to actually see this in theaters. This animation, it's gorgeous. It just sucks you in. The Pixar animation just sucks you in. Even when it's a bad movie, actually, when it comes to bad movies, I don't get why Disney ends up putting this on Disney Plus. Now, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. This is the kind of movie that gets people to subscribe to your streaming service. But they didn't give it. I mean, come on. I would have rather seen this in theaters. Because it's better than, Disney's given all their live action films, except Artemis Fowl, because that movie blows. But proper theatrical release, also minus Mulan. But they gave Cruella a release. That wasn't very good. They gave Eternals a regular theatrical release. That was disappointing. They also gave the Lion King remake a theatrical release. And I just I just hope that if Pixar is doing these movies that are worthy of a theatrical release, Disney comes to their senses and actually gives them a proper theatrical release. I am going to give Turning Red an A. Now, have you seen Turning Red? What are your thoughts on it? Take a moment and leave a comment.